Good morning, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. And today, let us understand one more important concept, that is data gateways, right? So, what is the purpose of data gateways and how to deal with the data gateways and what is a data gateway? All these things we're going to install. So, the agenda is why data gateway and way to install data gateways and configure data gateways, types of gateways, connectivity modes in Power BI, schedule refresh, and demos on gateways using SQL Server with import, Excel with import, SQL Server with direct query. All these things we're going to discuss. And if you wanted to check your data set size in Power BI service, we know that you need to go to app.powerbi.com, right? You can check the data set size. Let me take 59. Password is India@12. Now, when you go in for the settings, there is a manage personal storage. When you click on this, you will come to know what is the size that you're using now. As of now, nothing is used by this user. So if you take any other user, you will be able to know what is the data set. So data sets will be shown here, and you will be able to understand what is the complete size. What is the complete size owned by all the data sets. I don't have any data sets now. If I have some data sets by this user, you will be able to understand the sizes and everything. I'll show you by login with other users. Let me check with 56 or 57. So app.powerba.com. Let me use 56. Okay. And India@12 is the password. When you go to ... you go to settings, you'll come to know what is the the size of the data this guy is using. See, this guy has 3 data sets, and each data set size is 2 MB, 2 MB. The total is using 5 MB of data out of 10 GB. Clear? So what is the data sets he's owning, and what is the complete the data this guy is planning to have under his user ID, so that you can see it here. Okay, yeah. So people may ask you, how do you identify the data sets which you're owning? So maximum 10 GB of data we can have per user. Okay, if I'm the user, maximum 10 GB of data I should be able to use in put together all the data sets. Now that is how you need to go in. That's how you need to check. So now why data gateways is very, very important. Let us understand one by one. Okay, now what is a data gateway software means? It is a software. Data gateway is a software. It acts a bridge between on-premises data source to Power BI service data sets. It moves the data from data source to data sets in Power BI service. To get the data to Power BI service, we have import, direct query, and live. Okay, so now I wanted to tell you why data gateway softwares are very, very important. Let me open Notepad. So I wanted to tell you that I have created a Power BI report. So what is this? This is my PBI desktop. Okay, so PBI desktop. Using this, I would have created a report. Report means what? A PBIX file. Okay, I would have created this. Now, what I do normally, we deploy this report to the PBI service. What is PBI service? Which is a rental computer. So where you will be able to have these reports on the cloud platform. So whenever you deploy this, PBX file, which is going to be splitting into two parts. One is called, you will be able to get the report, right? You will be able to get the report and you will be able to get the data, right? You will be able to get the report and you will be able to get the data. For example, you would have taken Excel file. You would have taken Excel file at AdventureWorks. Using this, you would have created a lot of reports. This Excel file is available in D drive of my computer. Using this, I have created a report. Now, I'm able to get a lot of visualizations here and I am able to see a lot of data. Now, I have deployed this report. Now, all the Excel data, whatever you have it here, it went here, and all the reports which are going to take this data and it is going to be displaying. So if you wanted to see this report, all these are end users, all the people are going to be connected to this using app.powerbi.com, right? app.pba.com. So end users are going to be connecting. Now, the question is that when you use the Excel data set, all the data will come. You have deployed the report. This is what is called on-premises server. This is what is called a cloud-based server. Cloud means online. Clear? So my Kadar machine, it is not a cloud machine because 24/7 it is not on, and it is my own laptop. I am not maintaining this for the cloud, for the cloud purpose. It is my on-premises, means own server, own software I have installed, and it is on premises, and this is a cloud based. Now the question is that today, for example, in this you have a sales of 10 and 20. For example, if you wanted to see a total, you will be able to get 30 here. And the total, if you wanted to see, because the same data would have been taken. Now, in this report also, you will be able to see the total sales is $30 billion. But tomorrow, whatever be the reason, if I add one more row with 5, and if I add one more data with 20, the grand total is how much it will be? It will 25 plus 30, it will be 55. How do you get the latest data? You are going to be doing a refresh. Okay. When you refresh something here in the desktop, it is going to be going and getting the fresh data, and all the data will be loaded into the RAM of this computer. This is the RAM. All the data is going to be stored inside this. But when you deploy this report, all the data, this data would have gone to RAM of this computer, right? This is not physically storing. So there is a RAM here. All the data is going to go, and your computer is going to be creating a columnar database here itself. Clear? So when you do any modifications here, when you refresh, your computer will go back and get the data, and all the data will get updated in the RAM, right? Will get updated in the RAM, so that you will be able to see here the total sales is $55 billion. But now when you go and refresh, so when you go and refresh here, so where is the data? Original file is located in my computer. What is my computer name? My computer name is called Kedar. Where it is available, it is there in India, Hyderabad. So my city is called Hyderabad. So currently I'm having my data set available in my computer, but this server may be in the US or maybe in the UK. This server may be in India. We don't know where is the server. Now, if you wanted to get the latest data, whenever you wanted to refresh, now this report is going to show you only 30. If you're trying to refresh, so where is the original file? Original file is available in the Kadar machine, in my machine. This is on premises. Clear? So I wanted to get the latest data, means if you refresh, it cannot get the data. It cannot get the data because it does not know that where is the server available. Kadar machine, which is there in India, this machine does not connect simply. Clear? So if you wanted to create a bridge between my computer, my machine, and the cloud service, what is my machine? my machine is called on premises. On premises to cloud, if you wanted to create a bridge, so that is where we have to install. If you wanted to get the data, so definitely you cannot directly go. This machine does not know that where is this machine available. So to create a link between my computer, so on premises machine to cloud machine, in between you need to have a software called data gateway software. Clear? So what is the software you need to install in between? Data gateway software. It is going to be creating a bridge between my computer and the Power BI service computer. So when you refresh, what will happen? It will not go and get the data if you don't have a data gateway software. Clear? So data gateway is a software that has to be installed. Where it has to be installed? Wherever the data is available. That means this software has to be installed in the source system. Remember, not in the destination system, not in the Power BI service, right? So data gateway software is going to be creating a bridge between Kedar, machine to my laptop to Power BI service, which is a bridging software. So where it has to be installed? It has to be installed wherever the data is available, wherever your Excel files are available, or you may have sequence of a database from where you have created your reports, or you may be having flat files. So wherever your data is available in that computer, in that machine, means I have to install the data gateway software in the Kedar machine. Clear? Now the question is that what is a data gateway? Data gateway software is a bridging software which is going to be getting the data from the on-premises to cloud machine whenever you refresh. So where are we going to refresh? We are going to be refreshing in the Power BI because you would have created a report and deployed already yesterday. But today somebody would have modified the data here. You will be able to see the modifications, everything here, because you can refresh. This computer can go to Excel sheet locally and get the data and display the data in the Kedar machine or in my laptop. But these extra, the new data which is already there, this has to go to the this machine. But whenever you refresh over there, this data will not go. Whenever you refresh, you will get an error saying that I am not able to contact with the Kedar machine or the laptop from the original data is available. When you trying to refresh, you will be able to get the error. Why? Because Power BI service does not know that. It knows that I got some data, but I'm not able to know from which machine I got the data. I don't know, because I got the data, I got the report. Whenever I see the report, all the data locally available, and I should be able to get this data and show the data. But get the data means all the old data is available. You have updated the data in the source systems. The updated data did not go. So that is what is the problem. So when you have a data gateway software, you will be able to get the data. So why data gateway software means? Why data gateway means to get the data from, okay, to get the data from where? On-prem server to cloud. Okay. But if you have a data in the cloud, for example, you can also create a report using a cloud data. So cloud to cloud, do we need to have cloud to cloud? Do we need to have data gateway software? The answer is no. Cloud to cloud, no data gateway software is needed. Remember that. Okay. So this is very, very important. So if you wanted to get the data from the on-premises to cloud, we are going to be using data gateway software. When we refresh. Now the second question, where should we install this? Where should I install data gateway software? Data gateway, it is at the source computer. Wherever the data is available in that machine, you have to install it. Let me open Power BI. I wanted to create one beautiful report. Okay. I wanted to now do with a small demo. So I'm going to be taking, let us understand one Excel data. So I'm not going to be using this. I'm not going to be using. So if you wanted to clean the data, then always you can go to transform data, get the data, clean the data. If somebody gives you cleaned data, so directly you can get the data from here. Excel workbook, directly it is going to be loading here itself. Clear? So if you don't want to clean the data, don't use that page. Directly you can get the data. You will be able to keep the data here itself, right? So you can use this. So you will be able to get the customer data, products data, sales data, that you will be able to get it. So you can use this directly. You don't want to do any kind of a transformations, right? So it can be used only if you wanted to transform the data. If somebody gives you cleaned data, why is that again you are going to be transforming the data? That is useless. If you wanted to load this data again and transform it, you can just go back to here and you will be able to get all this data into that, this one. You can do the any kind of a transformation you can apply, but otherwise don't simply come here and don't waste the time. You can load the data from here and everything is working fine. So I'm able to get some data. Now create some beautiful reports. Okay. Now create some beautiful reports. I wanted to take some card visualization. Now I would like to get the sales amount. Okay. Now sales amount is there. Someone's video is on. Okay. So now click on this, go to formatting, go to general and go to effects. All these things we should be able to have it. Control C and Control V, and you can go and delete this and just have the profit. Now I wanted to have a region wise sales. Let me drag and drop something like this. Where is the region? I have a region available here. So region wise, I wanted to have the sales amount. Now these are the regions I have. Now click on this, get the borders and everything, go and click on this data labels. Now everything is fine. South, east, west, north, central, everything is fine. I wanted to save this report. Now this is a demo on data gateways. Okay, data gateways I have created using Excel. So let me use demo one for the data gateways Excel file. That is what I'm going to be using. So I wanted to, use this. Okay. Now I have created this. Now what I have to do? I have to deploy this report. I'm using Power BI user 59. So I wanted to log in with the 59 or 56 I can use. Let me create some workspace. Can I create? No, I cannot, right? So let me log out. Let me log out. I think I should be able to use this with the help of 59 user. Let me go to app.powerba.com. So, and I'm going to be using 59 India at the rate 12. I'm not able to get any issues, but few people are getting a lot of issues. I will talk to you guys today. Okay, so let me click on the workspace. Now I wanted to create one workspace and use it. Now the workspace name is called, so let us say Adventure Works workspace for the gateways purpose. Okay, created by Jogi sir. Okay, so Jogi, and you can have your date and everything. Today is February 14th, right? Valentine's Day. So 2023 and Adventure Works data gateways, and I'm going to be creating one workspace here. Now I wanted to just go back and use and publish. So I want to publish. Let me work for Jogi. So today's 14th, right? I have selected this. Now this demo one data gateways excel.pbx file is going to be, deployed. So you know that whenever you deploy any PBAX file, which is going to be splitting into two, one is called a report, the second one is called a data set. So when you deploy any report from the desktop to the Power BI service, in the Power BI service you will be able to get the report and data set. You will be able to find out two things. Let me go and try to go. You will be able to find out. One is called complete data gateway. The second one is called a data set. So data set, content plus data set is equivalent to all. You will be able to get. So all the data, everything you can see it here. You can go back here. You will be able to get the data. So data, you cannot see it here. The data, you will not be able to see. You will be able to understand the column names and everything there. Am I clear? So now the tables and everything you can see it here. Now I wanted to just go back and I wanted to click on this. Now, what is the data? So which, region is doing good. South region is doing good with 11, and next east, west, north, and south. Now I wanted to modify the data. So how to modify the data? So it's very, very simple. You can go to your data set. What is the data set? This is the Adventure Works retail data set. I'm going to be opening now. I wanted to modify some changes. So wherever if you wanted to modify, you can modify. I wanted to go and I wanted to modify some data as per the requirement. So I wanted to go and modify south. Okay, south itself you can change it to something else. Wherever there is a south, I wanted to, you have the south data, right? So let me take I'm just modifying Control C, and I should be able to modify all this data. Control V. So everywhere it has become AAA. I'm saving it. Now you should be able to see that is gone, right? So what is gone? South is gone. AAA, central, blah, blah, blah. So you don't have the south at all. I have modified this data. Let me remove the filter, save the file, close the file. Right? If you wanted to get the latest data, what you have to do? You have to go and click on the refresh button. When you click on the refresh button, you will be able to get the, wherever there is a south in that place, you will be able to get what? AAA. Right? So that is how you should be able to get the latest data. So this is what is called modifications that has been done. Now it is modified very, very easily. There is no problem at all. Now I will be able to go to this server. Now I'm able to get this. Now, if I wanted to refresh, where can I go and refresh? Now I need to go to there is no refresh here. So when you go, is there a refresh button? Now you need to refresh the data. So there is a refresh here, refresh now. Clear? Or if you wanted to do the page refresh, you can also click on the page refresh. Okay. So you will be able to get the page refresh here. And if you wanted to refresh the data, so there is a button called refresh. You will be able to click on the refresh. And when is this lost data it got? It got the lost data today morning 7:36, 17 a.m. 17 seconds a.m. It is able to get the latest data. Now refresh button will be there only to the data set. You need to just simply go to the workspace. Okay, you have to go to the workspace. How to go to workspace? Just go here and look for your name. So Jogi, and this is the workspace. Now you will be able to click on this refresh now. Now it is refreshing. Now you got some error here. Have you seen this? There was an error with your data set. Select the warning icon, blah, blah, blah. Because whenever you refresh, so it's trying to refresh at this time, but it is not able to get the data. How do you know? You can also refresh here if you wanted to refresh, and you just go back and open this. You are not able to get AAA. Have you seen this? You are not able to get AAA because it is not able to go to the Kedar machine, get the latest data. But if you wanted to get the latest data, there is one more way. There is one more way. What you can do, you can go to the Power BI and again you can redeploy because you got the latest data now. You should be able to, do you want to save changes? Yes. And I wanted to publish, right? If I wanted to publish, I'm able to use this, get data gateway for this. Now click on this, I'm able to redeploy. When I'm redeploying, it is asking, you have already the same data set. You wanted to replace, yes. So if you wanted to get the latest data without data gateway software, you should be able to also redeploy the page. When you redeploy the page, when you simply go to the app.powerba.com and you simply refresh it, you will be able to get the latest data. You will be able to get the latest data. But the question is, every time, if I do any modification in Excel, so first of all, you have to go to Power BI service, right? So first of all, you need to go to Power BI desktop. And using this desktop, you have to refresh first. And after refreshing, you have to deploy. So every time someone has to sit here, every time this guy has to refresh, every time he has to redeploy. So it will be painful job without having this. So I should be able to get the data directly from this machine and it has to go without doing all this circus, because every time going to the Power BI desktop and refresh and deploy is a useless activity, right? For example, if this developer is, on the leave for 1 week, what will happen? Who's going to be refreshing this? Who's going to be, deploying this? Because he's on leave, he's getting married. So 1 week, these people will not get the updates. Even though these people are refreshing, the data is not going to come because this guy has to refresh, this guy has to redeploy. That is not the way. So without taking a Power BI desktop support, you will be able to get this data directly. Whenever I refresh it here, automatically means you have to install data gateway software. That is what you got to understand. Am I clear? So now, why data gateway software means, as we know, so data refresh, to get the updated data from the data sources, normally we are going to be using data refresh. Clear? But what is a data gateway? It is a software. It acts a bridge between on-premises data to the cloud data. Clear? If you want to get the data from the on-premises to cloud, we are going to be using data gateway. It moves the data from data source to data sets of Power BI service. Now, this is what you need to understand. These 3 points you will be able to understand later. Now, to get the data from the Power BI service, Power BI using 3 connectivity modes. What are they? One is called import connectivity mode. The second one is called direct connectivity mode. The next one is called live connectivity mode. Okay. So all these things we need to understand. Now, what are the data connectivity modes? Clear? Now, if okay, so this is what is a story that you need to understand now. Clear? Now, before going further, I wanted to install the data gateway software. We will understand these 3 points later. So what are the points I'm talking about? To get the data from the Power BI service, we have 3 data connectivity modes. Before understanding this, I wanted to install. Where to install the data gateway? Install in the OLTP or data source, wherever you have the data. It might be, you may have data coming from SQL Server, Oracle, shared folder, wherever the data coming from in that machine, you have to install the data gateway. So data gateway should not be installed in the server level. Remember, data gateway has to be installed in the source level, wherever the data is available, right? No data gateway is required for the Azure data source. Why? Because it's a cloud-based. So data gateway is required only for on-premises to cloud to cloud data gateway is not needed. Remember that. If you have the data coming from Azure databases, Azure Blob Storage, Azure Data Lake means you need not have all these things there. Okay, all these things means data gateways things need not be installed. Okay, if you wanted to get the data from the cloud to cloud, let me install the data gateway. There are two types of data gateways are available. Let me install the software. How to install it? You have to go to Google and you should be able to. You have to go to Google and you can say download data gateway for Power BI. Have you seen this? So download data gateway for Power BI. So this is what I wanted to use. Now I wanted to, oh, it is, why it is, okay. So I want to just go there and click on this. Now Power BI data gateway, you're able to get it. So choose this. Now download standard mode, download personal mode. You have two types of the data gateways I told you, right? One is called standard. So this is also called as a enterprise. Okay, standard, or it is also called as enterprise data gateway, and download personal. Personal means only one user can use it. So this one can be used by many users. That is one advantage, and lot of other advantages are available. Don't download the personal. There are two types of data gateways. One is called personal. The second one is called standard or called as a enterprise data gateway. So you have to click on the download standard mode. Click on this. Now it is being downloaded. Have you seen this? Now automatically you will be able to download, and after downloading the software, you have to install which version you have to download. This is the version. Why not this? We will understand. So very, very important. You need to use this standard mode, and you should be able to download it. So already have installed this software in my computer. I have to remove this. It is already got downloaded. You click on this button, you will be able to go to download. Now you will be able to get the data gateway. This is the gateways install. This is the software. It got downloaded. When you go to your computer, you will come to know you will have a downloads. You will have data gateway software. I have to remove the existing software. How to remove it? So if you wanted to remove, go to control panel. How to go to control panel? Go to start and type for the control panel. Go to start, type control panel. So you will be able to get. Now click on uninstall programs. So now you go, there is a gateway software OneDrive. I would have installed in the Kedar machine. So I have to remove that. Just to verify where is the data gateway. Desktop is there. So Zoom. Yeah, this is where on-premises data gateway is there. So you need to click on this and click on uninstall. So click yes. I should be able to uninstall this. Click next. Right. So you have to remove. If you have installed already, you people wouldn't have installed. I have installed for the previous batch people, right? So you have to just uninstall the software and first, and you need to reinstall the software. If it is already there, you can use that. So it is already removed. Now let me close this. Now I have to install it. Where is my software? It is available in my downloads folder. This is the data gateway. Double click on this. Okay. You need to have internet while installation is going on. Okay. So during the installation process, you need to have the internet. Without internet, it will give you a lot of issues. Make sure that you are going to be installing this. So while your Wi-Fi is on. So click on this. I accept and install. Getting ready to install the on-premises data gateway. It has to be installed in the source, wherever the Excel file is available, wherever SQL Server Oracle databases are available in that machine, you have to go and install the data gateway software. Remember this point. So click on install. Now click on S. Now, do you want to blah, blah, blah? Yes, it is being installed now. Very, very simple. The installation is progress. It's very, very simple. Within 2 minutes, it will get over. Right? Wait. Installing on-premises data gateway in which machine? In the Kedar machine. It should not be installed in the destination server. It has to be installed in the source machine. Source means what source? Wherever the data files are available in that machine. Right? Installing your on-premises data gateway. Please wait, guys. It may take some more time. Okay, please wait. So it is asking me some permissions. Click on S. So it is asking me email address to use with this gateway. So my email address currently I'm using. What is the email address I'm using? I'm using 59, right? So you can use any one, but I'm going to be giving the 59 email account. So with this, it is going to be registering, right? So I wanted to give this. You can give anything, but I'm going to be using one email address. PBA user 59, go online, click on sign in. Okay, so this software is going to be installed with the help of this user ID. So India @12, I want to sign in. So that's it. Now register new gateway on this computer, migrate. I would like to register, choose the first one. Migrate means if you have anything else, you can do this, but I wanted to freshly install this, choose the register. Click next and new on-premises data gateway name. So what is the gateway? I can say this Kedar gateway. Kedar means my machine name is Kedar gateway, right? So Kedar gateway installed, right? So recovery key, it is someplace some password. I am going to be giving India @12. You can give any password. Okay, India @12 need not be given. You can give Japan @12. This password is something different. Clear? But I'm using the same password so that there's no confusion. India @12. So click on configure. You can give any password, Japan @12 or Bhaskar Jogi @12, whatever you would like to give, you can give, right? So there's no problem at all. So this password need not be same as this password. It is something new password I'm going to be creating. This is confirm password. Recovery key means password, right? So Kedar gateway to connect to this. So I'm able to use this. Now, on-premise data gateway is ready, right? Ready to be used. Now this is installed with this user. Now everything is done. You need not do anything. It is configured. Now click on close. That's it. So it's very, very simple that you should be able to install it. Only you need to use one email ID. That email ID I have used is 59, right? So you can use any one official email ID which got registered already with the Power BI. So this email ID, got used. Now we are two types of the data gateways: personal data gateway, local. One user can use it, right? And the standard or enterprise data gateway, global. So recommended, shared with other users also. Reusability with many users, supports important lot of other things we'll discuss. Important schedule refresh, supports direct query and live query. This guy does not support this. So what are these points? We will understand this point, and these 2 points we need to understand carefully in tomorrow's class. Very, very important. But as of now, so you can understand which is a local gateway, and I did not install it. So this is the gateway I have installed it. We discussed about these points. We'll talk about these points in tomorrow's class. Am I clear? Now remember, there is a compulsory interview question, guys. What are the data gateways and what are the types of the data gateways and which type of the data gateway you have installed and what are the limitations of the standard gateway or the personal gateway. Everything people are going to be asking. We'll need to discuss all these points one by one. So tomorrow we'll continue. As of now. Now I have installed. Afterwards, where you need to go and configure, you have to go to your uh, Power BI. So user 59, yeah, this user will be able to go and configure. Click on this. Now, when you go to the settings, there is a manage connections and gateways. There is manage connections and data gateways. Click on this. Now I have just now registered one data gateway. So this is, you need to go to here. You need to go to where? Go to settings, manage connections and data gateways. Now I don't have any data sources. I have an on-premises data gateway. Click on this. Now one thing I have installed in my computer. So this is now registered with user. So that is the reason the 59 user, when you open it, this data gateway is going to be shown. It is got registered. Now this is available in where it is available. It is installed in the Kedar machine. Now this guy, who's this guy? The Power BI service. The Power BI service know that this guy is available. Data gateway software available. Now from the Kedar machine, I can get the data. Now, what you have to do? Already you have installed. If you install something, that is not enough, right? You have to compulsorily configure. So you have installed, you need to give the data source. From where you need to get the data? You need to get the data from this Excel file, right? Where is Excel file located? Excel file is located. Click on this. Click on data source settings. When you click on this, you will come to know this is the path. Change the source, and this is the path from you're able to get the data. So if you wanted to get the path, this is the steps you need to follow. Where? Go to transform. Below transform data source settings, and a data source is available in this. So choose this, click on the change source. Now this is the path you have to copy. Now from here, you are able to get the data. So this is how you should be able to configure this. Let's just, so on premises installed. Now give that path. Click on this. Now you need to create a new data source. Click on this. Now on premises, virtual network cloud, it is on premises. So data gateway name, data gateway name is this, and data source name, you are getting Excel data, Excel, and you're getting adventure works, right? From Kedar machine. Clear? So this is the data source name, Excel adventure works Kedar machine. Data source, you will have a lot of things, but my data source is a file. Okay, I can use file. You should be able to choose file. The complete path, you have to give Control C and Control V. From there, you should be able to get the path and authentication. So what is the authentication? So you have Windows authentication. For example, whenever you open SQL Server, you will be able to get some user ID and passwords, right? So the same user ID and password you need to supply for Excel and everything, because SQL Server, Excel, all these are applications. These are going to be using the same user ID and password. So what is the user ID? So you see, what is the authentication? It is Windows authentication. And you can see your user ID is called Kedar/Bhaskar. This is the user ID. Clear? So what is the user ID and what is the authentication type? Windows authentication. Clear? What is the user ID? Kedar/Bhaskar. This slash, not this slash. It is not going to work. So Kedar/Bhaskar. What is a Kedar? My server name. You will be able to understand all these things. When you go, you will be able to have this user ID. Where is the user ID available? Below databases, you will be able to find out security. You will be able to get security. You will be able to get your user ID. So this is the user ID I'm talking about. Clear? So Kedar.Bhaskar, this is the user ID we have to supply. Clear? So when you disconnect and again connect with the database engine, you will be able to get. So what is the authentication? Windows. Now You go and give the same thing there. So Windows authentication. Now Windows username, Kedar slash, which slash? This slash, uppercase, lowercase doesn't matter. And Kedar Bhaskar, fine. Now, Windows password. At the time of logging into my laptop, I'm giving a password. That password I'm giving it here, not India@12. Okay. So I'm giving a password to log in into my computer. So Kedar is my computer. So to log in into my computer, I have a password that I'm going to be giving. Now I wanted to simply create this. So this data gateway is going to go to this file and going to get the data. That is what is the data source you're creating. So create this. So you have created. Now it is going to be testing whether it is able to go to the Kedar mission or not. Okay. So please wait. So created and everything is fine. Now you can close this. You can close this. Now that. So you're able to get this. Now this one you have to. Okay, this one you can, if you want to remove and everything, you can do it. But this one you need to configure. You have created one data source. This one you have to map it to the your data set. You have to go here. Now whatever you have created here. So how did I create? Go to here and click on settings. Go to manage data gateway. So go here. So manage data gateways. First of all, I have installed this data gateway. The next one, I came here, click on this. I click on the new button. I have created. So I need to choose this data gateway and give what is the file and everything. This is how I have created. After that, go to your workspace. Now the data gateway has one data source that you have to map it. So you need to go to the data set, click on, so settings, more options here, click on this dot, dot, dot. There is a settings. So where is the settings? So there is a settings. Click on the settings. You will be able to know. So there is one more thing called data gateway connections. Clear? Whatever you have created here, the data gateway source has to be mapped here. Clear? So that is what you need to do it. So how did I come here? So go to this and click on a dot, dot, dot. Click on settings. You will be able to get the gateway connection, right? So you will be able to go the gateway connection. So I'm going to be using this. So click on the data gateway. Now automatically this data gateway is picked up. Okay. So it is got now the gateway. What is the data gateway? Excel AdventureWorks Kedar. From the Kedar machine, this is the data source path. I'm going to be simply linking like this and click on this button. So done. Clear? So once it is done, now you can just go back and you see, you will be able to get AAA. Now you can refresh. How to refresh the data gateway? You will be able to simply go, you click on the refresh. Now it is able to get the fresh data. You don't get any other issues here. Okay. You don't get any other issues here. Now I wanted to go back. Now I wanted to modify. Wherever there is a AAA, I wanted to modify to BBB. So let me just go and I wanted to filter. Wherever I have AAA, let me delete and change with the BBB. Control C and go to end and click on Shift and Control V. So everything got changed and I am saving it. Now you know you will be able to get a BBB only. There is no AAA. Now I have to delete this filter. Now save the file, close the file. Right, close the file. Now if you see, you will be able to get AAA. Let me refresh this. When you refresh the page level, will you be able to get BBB? You don't get it. But where we need to refresh? You have to go here, go to here, and click on this refresh now. Okay. You have to click on preparing for the refresh. It is going to be getting the data from my Kedar machine, from the Excel. All the data is now available. Now it got refreshed. Now click on this. Now still you're able to get AAA and do the page refresh now. When you do the page refresh, you will be able to get the BBB. Have you seen this? Now, whenever you modify, do one data, go here and click on this. This is the data set level, refresh. Then you will be able to go here. You will be able to go here, do the page level refresh once. So every time coming here and doing it, manually, every time manually you need to click, manually you need to click, go, sorry. Manually you need to click, that is not needed, right? So you need to also schedule refresh automatically. So every 1 hour it has to refresh automatically. So that is what is called schedule refresh. When you go to settings, you will be able to get, so there is a schedule refresh that we will do it. So refreshing, you can schedule it every 1 hour, every 30 minutes, or every, 1 day. It has to automatically refresh, means you can do the schedules also. Schedules also you can create, you can link. It is going to be working. If you want me to, you do the schedule refresh, click on this. Now simply click on. So daily or weekly or monthly, when you want it to have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or only and these 2 days, right? Whenever you wanted to have it, whatever you wanted to have it. So you can take daily and daily. So at what time you wanted to have daily, add one time. So daily at what time? So daily at 1 o'clock in the night, next time. So after that, 1:30 you can have. Next then 2 o'clock you can have 2 a.m. Next one 2:30, right? 2 and you have 30. Minimum gap will be 30 minutes. Add another time. It will be 3 and after that 3:30, right? So 3:30 minimum gap will be like that. So if you wanted to refresh, maximum how many times you can refresh? So you can refresh every 30 minutes, right? So 24, every 30 minutes means 24 into every 1 hour, 2 times. It will be maximum 48 times we can refresh. So remember, this is an interview question. So in given 24 hours, every 1 hour we can refresh, 1 o'clock, 1:30, like that. So every 30 minutes we can refresh, means this is the minimum time interval to refresh. So how many times maximum we can refresh the data? Means only 48 times. So there is a limitation on the schedule. Clear? So minimum one refresh to another refresh. What is the time? Minimum interval you need to have 30 minutes. That is one interview question. And maximum 48 times only we can refresh. But manually, we can refresh unlimited times. There is no problem at all. Manually, we can refresh unlimited times. So there is no problem at all. But using a schedule, this is how you need to click on the schedule, click on apply. That's it. Okay. So please verify all refresh times are saved. So everything is, so it is now 3, right? Next one is 4 o'clock and click on apply. That's it. So your updates are done automatically. It is going to be daily refreshing midnight 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Still, you can go and you will be able to perform these operations. Now, this is how you can perform the schedule refresh and everything for your data sets. Am I clear? So this is how you need to understand and you configure. And if you have any questions, you should come back tomorrow. I will be able to troubleshoot this. Thank you guys. Any questions?